polytechnics, colleges of educations, among others, as engine rooms for societal growth and development, have been through difficult times as a result of issues relating to deficit in infrastructural facilities, incessant and prolonged strikes by unions on campus, and COVID-19. Here in Borno, the situation is much worse, with the entire education system sent through a tailspin as a result of the 13 years of Boko Haram insurgency. As epicenter of the conflict, higher education was a major victim leading to institutions' destructions, closure, use of IDPs, camps, and congestion where it is safe for learning. Then came the incessant strikes by labor unions. While the narrative is changing with peace gradually returning, how much premium is being placed on bridging the educational gap in Borno State? What reforms are in place to sustain academic activities, infrastructural development, and higher standards? This is our focus on Panorama this afternoon from the studios of NTA Radio Talk Center. I am Muhammad Ibrahim. President Muhammadu Buhari says increased collaboration with Nigeria is essential towards mitigating the current and potential future supply chain challenges as the country is ready to fill great amount of global demand. Addressing participants to the second Nigeria International Economic Partnership Forum in New York, the president assured foreign investors of an enabling business environment that is open and friendly. State House correspondent Adam Sambo reports.
The Nigeria International Economic Partnership Forum is put together to, amongst others, share practical experiences on business and economy, as well as garner support for Nigeria's high-impact developmental ambitions. These include driving strategic and financial investment into Nigeria's real sector, and most importantly, positioning the country as a major international supply chain partner to leading global economies like the United States.
Nigeria and the United States have been global allies for many decades.
Apart from being Nigeria's main trading partner, the United States, President Buhari said, is also one of the country's most important diplomatic partners.
In 2020, Nigeria exported over 1.69 billion United States worth of goods in the United States. These exports were primarily made up of crude oil and other petroleum products. Nigeria's capability is not just limited to oil and gas industry, but a variety of other sectors that hold real potentials.
As Africa's largest economy with over 200 million strong consumer market, the president takes pride in the fact that Nigeria is home to a range of attractive opportunities in critical economic sectors such as agriculture, healthcare, manufacturing, infrastructure development, and technology.
I have always held the strong conviction that there is no crisis without an accompanying opportunity and solution. The situation in the world today presents an opportunity for real sector investments in Nigeria. I trust that this event will help build partnerships that will translate into increased trade and investment flows between Nigeria and the United States.
And apart from strengthening its position as a gateway for an integrated continental market of 1.3 billion consumers, as well as an aggregate GDP of $3.4 trillion, Nigeria also has fiscal investment incentives that include 3 to 5 years of tax holidays towards encouraging increased private capital inflows.
Going into partnership with trusted local and foreign partners who have well-established networks and understanding the dynamics of the country is one way to guarantee success.
At the forum attended in solidarity by President Adama Barrow of the Gambia, President Buhari restated federal government's commitment to resetting the nation's economic policies for effective service delivery and fulfillment of public aspirations. From New York, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, have advised governors of 14 states to immediately evacuate communities in flood frontline areas to avert the major disaster that is looming. The DG NEMA stated this at the emergency technical meeting on flood situation in view of the release of excess water from the Lagdo Dam in Cameroon, as well as the spilling of excess water from Kanji, Jeba, and Shiro dams, which have overflowed their banks. Ilyasu Yakub reports.
29 out of the 32 states of the country predicted to experience higher probable risks of flooding by NISA have been heavily flooded. This emergency technical meeting, the NEMA board says, is to harmonize all efforts to consider the activation of emergency operation centers to coordinate the flood disaster response in all the states at high risk.
The situation requires urgent attention of all stakeholders to match this early warning with early action. Consequently, I want to advise all the governments of the frontline states to move away communities at risk of inundation, identify safe higher grounds and evacuation of persons, and proposition adequate stockpile of food and non-food items, potable water, hygiene, safety, and security to enable them a fair level of comfort during periods of possible displacement.
We are advocating conservation, that you can do a kind of channelization, do a kind of construction whereby this huge amount of water passing through a territory, you can divert it some kilometers, go and create another city.
In Abuja, Ilyasu Yakub, NTA News.
The Nigerian Police Force has banned all quasi-security outfits in states and local communities from electioneering campaigns and other politically related activities. Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, at a meeting of strategic commanders in Abuja, directed the commissioners to convey the ban to their state governors, local government chairmen, community leaders, and leadership of all political parties in their commands for their guidance. Francis Fong now reports.
Ensuring the safety and security of all persons and property that will be involved in the entire electoral process without bias and strict enforcement of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is what this meeting of top ranks of the force is looking at.
That any unauthorized quasi-security agent found to be engaging in any election or political activities stands the risk of being arrested and prosecuted along with their collaborators. Redirect your intelligence activities to monitor possible elements that might be attempting to threaten the electioneering campaign process.
With barely 6 days to lifting the ban on political campaigns by the Independent National Electoral Commission, the meeting is also strategizing on best ways to address security, traffic, and crowd management at venues of political parties' campaigns.
In the performance of these roles, we are excited to maintain an oath of neutrality in accordance with the Electoral Act. Be always at alert during our electoral security deployments, exhibit a high degree of professionalism and fairness in our dealings with all parties.
As critical actors in the electoral process, the outcome of the credibility of the 2023 general elections will be measured by the extent to which we abide by this professional and legal standard as we interface with other political parties. Francis from NTA News.
Security for a lasting and sustainable peace to take hold in Borno and the rest of the Northeast affected by conflict, reintegration of repentant insurgents must begin at the grassroots level. This is coming at the heels of continuing activities in commemoration of the International Day of Peace 2022, when Peace Ambassadors Center for Peace and Humanitarian Aid and Development, British Council and partners visited reintegrated communities on the outskirts of Maiduguri. Abdul Zakari reports.
Following paper presentations, panel discussions, interactive sessions during International Day of Peace 2022 celebrations by Peace Ambassadors Center for Humanitarian Aid and Development.
continued with an outreach to IDP camps and host communities. The advocacy visit to Dalorima camp in Dalori community in the outskirts of Maiduguri was to sensitize communities on the need to accept repentant insurgents for peace to return to the region. The leaders of the community appreciated government's efforts that have allowed them to visit farms close to their camps and received message of reconciliation with open minds as the lack of peace has stopped them from most activities.
Ba mu samu lafiya sosai ba amma mun samu lafiya. Insha Allah baƙonmu sun zo zuwan su sau uku wannan sun zo mun karba mun zauna lafiya mun karban su har yanzu ranar da sun zo har yau ba mu samu matsala ba.
The camp, located close to the metropolis, was an important stop for the PATS delegation, led by Ambassador Ahmed Shehu, who explained the necessity behind the community engagement.
Really thing that comes out is people are passionate about the integration, though there is need for more inclusiveness in how to do it.
The session divided men, women and youth into smaller groups to hear from them about what they know about reintegration and how they can contribute to the success of the process. In Maiduguri, Abdu Zakari, NTA News.
We will now take a breather. Panorama continues shortly.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
Higher educational institutions are at the top of search for academic excellence for the purpose of provision of high-level skills for every labor market, technological growth and advancement. The state government is determined to actualize this dream of bridging the gap created by the insurgency and the intermittent strikes, often prolonged by tertiary institutions' labor unions. Paul Kujavana has details.
The more than 1 decade of insurgency was a major setback for tertiary education in Borno State, with University of Maiduguri suffering several attacks, while the College of Education Bama was abandoned and later destroyed when the community was taken over by the insurgents.
With peace coming gradually, people are being returned to their ancestral home, going there to have at least a secondary school and a primary school. For instance, the Federal Polytechnic in Borno has its own state university, which has just started, can cater for those uninclusive children that may end up roaming about the street.
Renewed efforts by government to reconstruct, reopen and ensure sustainability of academic activities have continued to ensure the gap is bridged in Borno State.
Besides the provision of the infrastructural facilities, besides the improved funding for education, teachers should be encouraged. They should be motivated through provision of improved condition of service and better condition of service and attractive salary structure.
Tap on the success story is the 3 years of existence of the Borno State University with academic activities ongoing. Mohammed Gwani College of Legal Studies back in full swing after the closure of the IDP's camp within the institution, and the College of Education Bama returning to the liberated community.
We keep going on strike. This university is one of the universities that today is functioning well. Even the ASU strike about the university
As peace returns to Borno State, the people, especially victims of insurgency, yearning for higher education and thousands leaving secondary schools are looking forward to joining tertiary institutions for a promising life after graduation. In Maiduguri, Pauline Kujovana, NTA News.
A viable, relevant and effective tertiary education is all that is needed to propel the nation into an era of quantum leap in all spheres of human endeavor. How then can we meet up with the demand for education, especially with ongoing strike by Academic Staff Union of Universities and other challenges? With me to discuss this issue is the Borno State Commissioner for Higher Education, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Babagana Mustapha Malumbe. Sir, you're welcome to Panorama.
Thank you.
How much has the Boko Haram insurgency and incessant strikes by academic staff unions affected tertiary institutions in Borno?
Actually, as you say, these cruel activities of Boko Haram affected the tertiary institution in Borno, especially the Umar Ibrahim Academy College of Education, Science and Technology, which is located in Bama. The college was completely destroyed, and then they are relocated to Sakashi Ibrahim College of Education here in Maiduguri. Also, College of Business Administration in Kondega has also been destroyed. More than 70% after being destroyed, and then they have been relocated to Kashim Ibrahim College here in Maiduguri. Because of this relocation from their base to Kashim Ibrahim College of Education, then we experienced some concentration of students in Sakashim Ibrahim College of Education. But also we have also experienced because of displacement of IDPs, the displaced persons have also been capped in Mohammed Goni College of Legal and Islamic Studies here in Maiduguri. So the higher education aspect of that college, and these are some of the destruction actually experienced by the state government on the tertiary education. Also, this issue of strike has also affected the state because a greater percentage based on the admission requirement of the University of Maiduguri, where we have merit, we also have educational disadvantage, also catchment area, which Borno State falls within all these data, and then greater percentage of our students also studied in University of Maiduguri. So the strike also has affected that in the University of Maiduguri.
Okay, what is the present state of tertiary institutions in Borno State?
Actually, presently, because of the holistic approach of His Excellency Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, who is rebuilding all structures, all infrastructures in tertiary institutions like the destroyed structures in the College of Education, Bama, Science and Technology College, Bama has been completely rehabilitated. They have now relocated even back to Bama. The activities is presently running in Bama, and then also there are also some rehabilitation in some of the tertiary institutions, but presently we are working to ensure that the College of Business Administration Kondiga goes back to their best.
All right, and then there is a same infrastructure development and facilities as crucial elements in learning improve students' outcomes. How is that receiving attention?
Okay, as I told you initially that the College of Education Bama has completely destroyed. Just to inform you, the College of Education has already been rebuilt completely. The classes, the laboratories, workshop have also been completely rebuilt, and then also because of the desire of His Excellency of bringing peace to the state, he relocated the IDP in the College of Mohammed Goni College of Legal and Islamic Studies. So presently, all academic activities in the 7 tertiary institution in the state is up and doing. Also, to inform you that 2 years back he has kick-started the traditional learning in Borno State University. Borno State University now is the 3rd year. The university is admitting students, and then greater percentage of those who cannot get admission to university being enrolled into the state university. And also, just to inform you, the state university for the 3 years now they have been doing up and doing well. So I think the tertiary institution in the state, all its 7 tertiary institutions are running.
Okay, with the present status, what innovations can we bring to bear in ensuring steady academic activities, growth and development of higher learning?
Well, actually, also to inform you that all the tertiary institutions are doing well. They have been also rebuilt. All the hostels and the classes in the tertiary institutions have been rebuilt. Also, to inform you that because of the regular intervention of the TETFA, we have been intervention for college of education, polytechnic, and universities. And then also we are also working. As I took, His Excellency created the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and then after that creation, he merged the Science, Technology, and Innovation with higher education. So we are bringing in innovation into the tertiary institution. We also observe there are mismatch between the curriculum and especially the labor market. So the ministry is working tirelessly to ensure that the graduates of this tertiary institution meet up with the labor market, and then we are also working including this ICT infrastructure based on the initiative of Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, which talks about skills development, talks about digital services, and then promotions.
Okay, thank you very much for coming on Panorama, Dr. Balogana Mustafa Mahimbe, Borno State Commissioner for Higher Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you for your talks. Moving on, educational support through scholarship allowance has advanced the cost of learning in the academia, especially students from poor backgrounds, victims of insurgency, the vulnerable, and displaced. The state government has promoted academic pursuit in higher institutions by investing in students' education through full or partial scholarship, both at home and abroad. Mulan Hassan has the rest of the story.
Considering setbacks experienced in the state due to long years of insurgency and COVID-19, Borno State government reformed scholarship grant to undergraduate and students of tertiary institution. With me to discuss this life-saving intervention is the Executive Secretary, Borno State Scholarship Board, Isabella. Sir, how much effort has the government made in supporting indigenous students?
The coming of Professor Babagana Umar Azelu as the Executive Governor of Borno State, I think is a blessing to Borno State students. Actually, the government now presently have spent over 1,030 million naira in sponsoring about 15,454 students to study across the country and overseas. About 476,640,000 naira was allocated to sponsor about 15,354 local students within the country in various tertiary institutions across the country, and about 503 million was allocated in the sponsors of over 71 students to study overseas.
How is this just a first in the state that suffered from insurgency?
Actually, for a state like Borno State, which is just recovering from the unfortunate incident of the Boko Haram insurgency, where schools were destroyed, students were deprived the right to go to school, and so on and so forth. So actually this intervention comes at the right time, because currently when you go to find the statistic of Borno State students studying in institutions of higher learning across the state, at least the number have increased even more than the way it was before. So actually this intervention has come at the right time, and it has encouraged Borno State indigenes to seek admission and go for further study.
That is educational support running on the wheel of progress in the state. It's now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Muzanatu. Sports update is next with Peter Oyibo.
The Indian High Commissioner to Nigeria has hosted players and officials of the under-17 girls national team, the Flamingos, in Abuja, wishing the girls best of luck during the World Cup in India. The team is expected to arrive in India next week as Germany, who will confront Nigeria in the opening group game on the 14th of October, are already talking tough, confident of presenting a strong position. In handball, all is now set for the 2022 National Division 1 Handball League to be hosted in Benin City, the Edo State capital, between October 9 to 16 this year. This is the second edition of the competition organized by the Handball Federation of Nigeria in partnership with the Edo State government.
To qualify for the community review and coming up in 2028. What the State now has done is to see that yes, they can actually capture me and bring the talent, the real talent in them.
The Handball Tournament is a promotional league for the 2023 Prudent Energy Handball Premiership in Nigeria. In another development, in a bid to catch them young and enhance the performance of Cross River State at national competitions and Nigeria during international meets, the state government has embarked on a talent hunt program in various sporting events across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. With sports updates, I am Peter Oibo, NTA News.
We have come to the end of Panorama. Thank you for watching, and do remember to be a star. Join NTA to stand against rape and rapists. Good afternoon.